A couple of years ago, I had an amazing seafood paella in Spain, and I've wanted to recreate it ever since. So I did my own research, developed my own version, and today I'm making it at home to see if it really holds up. Welcome back to Nomadic Treats, where we bring the world into your kitchen. Today we're heading to Spain. And as usual, if you want to follow along, all the ingredients are in the description below. And speaking of ingredients, I've got friends coming over, so I am making enough for 9 people today. Just adjust the amounts based on your crowd and their appetites. Before anything goes into the pan, I'm getting everything ready. I'm finally dicing 3 onions and 3 bell peppers, and finally chopping 9 garlic cloves. I'm also finally chopping a bunch of fresh parsley, which I'll use in 2 stages. For the seafood, I've got 1 kilo of raw jumbo shrimp, 450 grams of squid, which I'm cutting into rings, and 750 grams of mussels. I'm using cooked mussels to keep things a bit easier. But if you're starting with raw mussels, make sure they are properly cleaned and debearded first. And finally, I have 4.5 cups of rice. Paella really works best with Spanish rice like bomba, caraspara, or arroz redonda. If you need to, you can use medium grain rice instead, but I would avoid long grain rice here. Don't wash the rice beforehand. You want that outer starch. Now for the stock. I am warming 12 cups of fish stock and adding a pinch of saffron threads. Traditionally, you'd make seafood stocks from shells and scraps, but for the convenience, I'm using fish stock made with bouillon cubes. And that saffron doesn't just add color, it gives the whole dish a very particular aroma that makes paella feel like paella. Now the paella pan goes over medium-high heat, and in goes half a cup of extra virgin olive oil. Since I'm cooking for a party, I'm using a 55 cm paella pan. But if you're cooking for fewer people, just go with a smaller one. Once the oil is hot, I'm adding the onions, bell pepper and garlic. This is the base of the dish, so I want to give it a few minutes until the onion softens and turns translucent. Now I'm adding 3 227 grams tins of chopped tomatoes, 3 bay leaves, 3 teaspoons of paprika and some salt and pepper. I'm giving this a good stir and letting it cook for about 5 minutes. This is where the flavor starts building properly. I'm also tasting at this stage and adjusting the salt if needed. Because once the rice goes in, you really want the base to already taste good. Now goes in the 4.5 cups of paella rice along with half of the chopped parsley. I'm stirring that for about a minute just to coat the rice well. Now I'm slowly pouring the saffron stock all around the pan. And once the stock is in, I'm just gently shaking the pan to help the rice settle into an even layer. From this point on, I am not stirring. That's really important because if you keep on stirring, you won't get the Socarrat, that crisp caramelized layer at the bottom that makes a good paella so satisfying. I am bringing that to a boil first, then lowering the heat to medium-low. Now it just cooks uncovered for about 25 to 30 minutes. This is the point where paella asks you to be patient. It's not stirring the dish, it's more of a trust the pan dish. At this point, I'm watching for 2 things. The rice on top becoming nearly tender and most of the liquid being absorbed. If for any reason the rice still needs more time, you can add a little more stock or water and keep going. And now we get to the Socarrat. I'm turning the heat up back to medium to high, just for 1 to 2 minutes. This is a moment that can take the dish from good to really good. You don't want to burn it, but you do want that deeper toasted layer underneath. Now comes off the heat. I'm covering it and letting it rest for about 10 minutes with an aluminum foil over the top. That rest matters, it gives the rice time to settle and finish properly. While the paella rests, I'm turning to the seafood. I start by cooking the shrimp for a few minutes in plenty of olive oil with 3 crushed garlic cloves. Once they are done, I take them out and use that same infused oil to cook the squid with the remaining parsley. Finally, I warm through the mussels, which are already pre-cooked, as I mentioned earlier. The main thing here is not to overcook the seafood, otherwise it can become rubbery very quickly. Now it all comes together. First the shrimp go over the rice, then the squids, and finally the mussels on top. And that's it, ready to feed a hungry crowd. So, was it worth making? Absolutely. Paella does take a bit of care, and it's not the kind of dish you can rush, but it's also not as intimidating as people sometimes think, as long as you respect the process and don't keep interfering with the rice. For me, the payoff is there, especially if you love seafood and you really want that full pan kind of meal that feels like an event.
Oh my god, it's absolutely divine.
And if you're in the mood for another seafood dish from this part of the world, check out this one from neighboring Portugal next. Thank you for watching.